Hello and welcome again to Violeta Moods. My name is Violeta. I'm a TV journalist and an English teacher from Romania. Many people lose their patience, confidence, and courage in different situations, very challenging situations in life. And I think it's normal. But at the same time, I think we shouldn't give up. We should try to find a way to go on. And my idea today about this is that when someone is in a very challenging and difficult situation, he might not always find the force to get out alone. Sometimes it's just not possible. Sometimes the only way is to ask for support, for someone's help. There are women, for instance, let's give an example, and I would like to give an example. There are women who pass through a divorce and children are involved sometimes. Maybe there is a custody battle and a lot of pressure. Maybe there is a tensed relationship with the ex-husband. And yeah, for this example, it's obvious that for a woman that will be very challenging. Women are generally very attached to their children. Of course, fathers are as well attached, but the mother especially wants to keep the children by her side after the divorce or the child. And sometimes women have to do with aggressive husbands or husbands that they can't simply get along with. And that puts a lot of pressure. Maybe the woman in such a situation doesn't have a support, someone that understands her, someone to talk to in her immediate circle of friends or family, and that makes things even more difficult. But I think that when someone notices that he can't handle anymore a situation, they should find some support somewhere else outside in their friends, in their co-workers, colleagues. For instance, to give an example, I was in a situation when I was harassed. I won't give now the details, but I noticed that the signs of harassment, the signs of that person who wanted to harass me, to intimidate me, and stuff like that. And I needed to let people know around me that I was in that particular situation. I needed to defend myself. I even went to the police for that particular situation, and I started to talk to people around me about that situation. Of course, some people thought that I was kind of crazy, that I exaggerated, that I imagined things and stuff like that, because it's very common. It's very common, unfortunately. But I kept talking to people about this. When I noticed that there was not really an opening or an understanding for my situation, I didn't insist to give too many details or to come back to that person with more details, but I just needed to vent and to let people know what was happening to me. And you know what? I did very well. It's true that some people still, till today, might think that I exaggerated. Uh, it's true that I didn't update them with much information afterwards, since I saw that they were not quite open and they were reluctant. But they still remained with an impression that I exaggerated and stuff like that. But uh, I just don't care too much about that, because I know that I did good to share, and I did good to stop when I saw they were not quite open and supportive, and indeed listening to me. They were just in their opinions, impressions, and stuff like that. But what I want to underline is that I did very well, because at a certain point I found in my circle of acquaintances someone, a girl. um, I remembered about that. She was in um, among my friends, on social media. And I remember that she was kind of specialized in harassment. And actually, she is quite specialized because she wrote a book about harassment. And actually, talking to her and writing to her, she said that she had also been through harassment situations. And talking to her was like she really understood my situation. She really supported me. She believed me. Sometimes I started a sentence and she would finish the sentence because she knew. So I think about this harassment situation that really disturbed me a lot and worried me a lot. I think I talked to more than 10 people around me, from my neighborhood, friends, um, people from like around the neighborhood where I live, people that I interacted occasionally with. But I just simply told them, I asked for feedback because I felt I was really blocked. And some of them came with some interesting perspectives. Others simply, maybe they just laughed at me. Um, Others didn't care, but I found a few supportive people, and especially this girl who was actually specialized in harassment. And she had been, not only that she had written a book, but she had been herself in that situation, and she was absolutely, she knew exactly what I was talking about. So this is my, like, the point that I want to make, that if you are in a difficult situation, for instance, let's say with a divorce, and some custody battles with the ex-husband or ex-wife, because men also can be in difficult situations. They can also be sensitive, and all of that. Okay, I think you should talk to people around you. I think you shouldn't just, shut yourself inside and keep that pain inside. It's not good at all. But opening yourself, talking to people, asking for feedback, asking for advice, simply venting, releasing that, negativity inside of yourself. That's the best thing to do. Of course, you might think some people that will discourage you, that will laugh at you, that will say, oh, you exaggerate. No, It's not like that. You are too negativist or okay, but with these people, you don't have to go on the conversation. You just told them, okay, their feedback is not a good one or useful in any way. You just stop. Okay, I just wanted to tell you, but you go to the next person because it's impossible among the people that you will talk to not to find someone who will understand you or be able to help you or be able to guide you. It's impossible. You will find someone. For instance, I am now in a small town where I don't know many people because I actually moved here 6 years ago from the capital of Romania, which is Bucharest. I moved to a smaller city, not far from the capital, but anyway, I don't know people here. I've been here only for 6 years, but still I found some people to talk to and tell my problem and just ask for feedback. I just found some people. So it's impossible. You don't have to give details, like you don't have to tell people all your life or every fight that you had with, for instance in this situation with your ex-husband, and or everything that you talk with him. You just have to present the general picture to that person, and then you will see if they are open. You go on and talk to them. If they are not, you say, okay, thank you for listening to me, and you go and talk to someone else. But I think it's essential because when you are upset, in a difficult and pressuring, you are under huge pressure in a difficult situation. Your mind is blocked. The negative thoughts come and come again and again and again, and you can't get out of that negative cycle in your mind because the mind is blocked under huge pressure. I think it's a defense mechanism. The mind gets stuck. That's why you have to talk to other people. You have to keep it to yourself when the mind is clear. You know those moments in life when everything is clear, the mind is very clear, you know what you have to do. You don't have to talk to anyone about that thing because everything is clear to you. It's like under a flow, everything is very clear. But and you are very, like, you feel very good, you are very peaceful, you are very sure about every step that you should take. Okay, but on the contrary, when your mind is blocked and you are very confused and you don't know what to do, you should talk to other people. I think this is the key. To every person around, neighbors, friends, relatives, colleagues at work, just try to present briefly the situation. What makes you, like, what that thing that comes again and again and again into your mind, and you don't find the solution, or simply it hurts you so much, and just tell them a short story of this situation, and then, depending on their feedback, you go on, or you simply thank politely and you stop. And it's impossible among all the people that you will talk to not to find someone, as I've said before, to be able to guide you, to give you a piece of advice, maybe to even support you more than you have ever dreamt, because there are people who understand, there are people who have been through difficult situations. If you don't talk to them, you won't know their personal history, you won't know that they have been through something similar at a certain point, and you will miss the opportunity of being helped and supported in the most extraordinary way, just because you don't talk, you keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep it to yourself. I'm someone which is kind of introvert, and I kind of like to keep it to myself, but sometimes when I feel the pressure is too much, and I ask for feedback around, just ask for feedback around, and of course, I avoid to be like laughed at or taken for a, I don't know, fool, or taken for, someone who fantasizes about all sorts of negative things, because I just stop, insisting on those people whose feedback I don't like. But every time I opened up to people and talked about my challenges, I found at least one person, but not only one, generally a few people, but I found at least one person who helped me essentially in that problem, and I solved that problem. Maybe not at once, in time, but that person's help was essential, and their guidance relieved my pain and helped me to feel better and to find solutions. So don't keep it to yourself, because that's the key. Okay, and with this, I wish you to have a great day and see you in the next video here at Violeta Moods. Goodbye.